And welcome back to Ozarks Live. You know, I never show up to Ozarks Live without a recipe up my sleeve. Right?
I know. Good for us.
So I have another sweet treat for y'all to try at home. You know, yesterday was National Chocolate Day, and I guess I just didn't get enough. So what we're going to eat today is edible cookie dough, and it's a chocolate chip. So, you know.
Well, chocolate chip, you got me. I have no problem with chocolate chip anything.
Yeah.
I think if they made a chocolate chip shoe, I'd be okay.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but what we have today will be pretty good. We start with a 1/4 cup of butter, which is softened, that I have in this pan. And then we need 3/4 cup of brown sugar packed. Let me throw that in. You're gonna be my worker today. Can you start stirring that for us, please?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and then we have a 1/4 teaspoon of fine sea salt. Now, I don't know if it matters that it's sea salt, but I would suggest a fine salt because you're not baking it, so it's not like it's gonna, you know, react with other things. It's just there for flavor. And you don't want a big chunk of salt in your cookie dough. All right, so then we will have a 1/4 cup of milk. And because there's some milk in here, if you don't eat it all right when you make it, like I would suggest keeping it in the refrigerator. And then we need 1 teaspoon of vanilla, which is probably my favorite ingredient whenever you have cookie dough.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I read somewhere, and you know, please correct me if you know differently. Women used to use vanilla as like a perfume. Vanilla
Really?
extract.
Well,
yeah.
I totally would. I have some body splash that smells like vanilla, but I don't think there's actually vanilla in it. So then we're going to do 1.5 cups of flour. Now, I'm picking gluten-free flour so that it's, you know, more people can eat it.
Will it taste good?
But you could use regular. All-purpose is the only thing that you need to do.
Yeah.
Yes, but here's the thing. Since it is gluten-free and there's no eggs to bind it together, the next ingredient is xanthan gum. So that is a 1/2 teaspoon.
Is that Wrigley's xanthan gum or? Different thing.
No, you don't actually chew it. Well, I guess technically you kind of do. But it's going to help kind of bond things together a little bit so that it doesn't just fall apart in your spoon. And then, of course, the final ingredient is 1/2 cup. And I would go with the mini chocolate chips just because they're not going to be melted. You know, they're going to be easier to eat if they're tiny. So let me put... Oh my, I've got some chunks. I'm not sure that's gonna work. Look at that.
It will.
Look at that. You don't want
that one won't. No, you're right. You're right. That one is about as big as a ping pong ball there.
Use mini, and then I throw in some huge chunks that are like bigger than your bite size. All right, so then you're gonna mix that in, and that's it.
This is not possible.
I mean, you know, if you like chocolate that much, you might want some of those big old chunks, but I'm going to pass on that.
No, this works out very nicely, actually.
Well,
it's getting very sticky and hard to
Well, it's good because that means our gum is working and it's keeping it together and it's not falling apart, right?
Yeah.
So
no, it's not. As a matter of fact, I mean, look, it just kind of sticks to the spoon and everything.
Yeah, well, the butter helps too. But again, I'd keep it in the refrigerator. Give us some. Tom, what are you doing?
Well, I'm going to. Here.
Let's go.
Take that with the spoon and kind of push it off onto the plate.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's for you.
I've been looking forward to this all day, you guys.
Okay, now I'll take some too.
It has a really good texture to it.
Yeah, it does. It does. Now, could you put this in an oven and bake it if you wanted to?
I believe most of them you can. I have not tried it with this.
Oh, okay.
But it's so good the way it is. You know, you could stick it in the microwave for like 30 seconds, let it blow up, and half-baked cookie.